Well, I think there's going to be a lot of competition, number one, and that's a good thing. That's healthy. You know, I was kind of, when I was with Les, Coach Miles, when I was with Coach Miles, I mean, we were kind of always the five guys won the job. Those five guys played, and those are the guys that were out on the field. And there certainly are advantages to that. When I got with Coach Pinkel, when I started to work for Coach Pinkel for 7 years, he liked to play. He liked to rotate other guys in and play them. And his thought behind that was that, you know, when you do get in that situation kind of down the road, and you kind of think about Tevin Jenkins last year, where we were playing him in 2 or 3 series in some early games, he'd go in and play for a series here and there, you know, and then when he did have to step out on the field, I think it was against Texas Tech when, or whoever it was, I mean, when the injuries we had, when he did have to hop out there on the field against TCU, Tech, it wasn't his first time taking snaps. And so I really like that. I like that approach to it. So I think from an overall standpoint, I'm going to try to get more guys on the field this year, and I think it's really going to be because we have more guys that are you know, close to or playing at a championship level, you know, and at a level that'll help us win. So looking at the left tackle spot, Arlington went through spring football. Dylan did not get a chance to go through spring football. He, along with Marcus Keys, had to have shoulders repaired after the season. They finished the season with them, but had to have those repaired. But he and Dylan are going to go into the, you know, right now, looking at the left tackle spot, they're going to go into the fall competing. Arlington did have a really nice spring. He needs to finish more consistently and play through the whistle, but if he does that, he's going to be a really good player. Marcus Keys at left guard obviously has held that spot down and been really, really steady and solid for us, like you said. But I tell you, the guy behind him, Deontay Noel, had a tremendous spring and really came on. That's going to be a heck of a competition. I would look for both those guys to play this next year in some form, shape, or fashion, and they'll decide how that's going to work out there. At the center spot, you got Johnny Wilson, who obviously has been really solid, came in and played a lot of football last year, ended up being a starter, you know, down the stretch. I think started 7 games. Behind him, you know, is an unknown right now. We worked Larry Jobert at that position all through the spring. Bryce Snyder, walk-on for Minko, has been really solid there. And then you got some other young guys, freshmen, and Tyrese Williams and Hunter Woodard that could come in that are going to take snaps there in the fall. And Marcus Keys and Larry Williams are going to take snaps there too. So that's going to be a real challenge to figure out. We got to figure out really fast. 2 of the other 2 guys we're going to work behind Johnny and figure out where that depth's at, because we've got to create depth there. That's a critical position. Johnny did such a great job for us when Brad went down last year. He came right into the game, and we didn't miss a beat, you know. So we got to make sure we got somebody behind him ready to go. But all those guys I mentioned have a shot. Larry Williams at the right guard spot, you know, coming back off of injury. My policy is like a starter doesn't ever lose his job because of injury, but when he comes back, he's got to compete to keep it. So he'll have a lot of competition there with Shane Richards, and Shane will certainly have. Shane's going to take snaps at right guard in the game, and he'll have a lot of competition there. But really, Shane's probably the backup right guard and the backup right tackle, you would say. And I don't know if he's really a backup. I mean, I really look at him like he's a starter. He's just going to rotate in, you know, and he's probably going to play both those positions in a game, right guard and right tackle. But Tevin would be listed as a starter right now at right tackle.